What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another Nvidia Shield how-to. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to play all your retro games in one APK. Stick around. Alright, so today we're talking about all retro games on one APK. So, first thing that comes to mind is HyperSpin. If you've heard of HyperSpin before, don't leave yet. This one is a little different. It's got a little something for everyone, and it's not that difficult. A little time consuming, but totally worth it. And I'm going to show you guys how to do it step by step. So, enough of the fluff. Let's jump into it. First off, you got to download all the files. So, basically one big file, and it's like 110 or 111 gigs, so it's pretty big. So you can use torrent, NZB, or RapidGator, and this is, I think, would be your last case scenario, RapidGator, because it's really slow unless you sign up. Then it's 40 minutes. I got mine through NZB in about 40 minutes, I think it was. If you're interested on learning how to use the NZB method and you don't know, video pop up top right hand corner, show you everything you need to know about NZBs. Alright, so let's move on. Now that you've figured out how you're going to download and you have it downloaded, you need to extract the files to a folder of your liking, wherever you want to work. So me, I put mine in my 6 terabyte drive because it had the room. I'm running out of room nowadays. Let's see. And here it is, Android HyperSpin 128. So I put it inside of here. And this is what, when you extract it, this is what you're going to get, is this folder. Chippos HyperSpin pack. So open that up and you have HyperSpin. And this is what we want to transfer to a USB drive. I already have my 128 hooked up right here. This is my flash drive. I'm just gonna right click copy, go over to my flash drive, right click paste. And this could seriously take some time depending on how fast your PC is and your USB drive. So I'll speed this up. And it's finally done. So now that we have the HyperSpin folder on our USB drive, we can close that down. And then don't forget, eject your drive. So now that we have all of our files transferred over to the USB, we're done with the PC side of things. So let's head on over to the Nvidia Shield. Alright, we're back at the Shield. This method should work for any type of Shield. A 2015, a 2017, the newer 2019 Pro Edition, the 2019 Tube, I think will work. It just will be a little limited. You might not be able to get all the emulators to work, but just wanted to throw that out there for you. So first thing we're going to want to do is, if you have RetroArch installed, you need to uninstall it. And if there's any files left over from RetroArch, you need to delete them. Let's go ahead and download a program that we're going to need. And as you can see, I already have mine installed. Where it says open, you would just hit install. Alright, now that we got Explorer open, pretty easy to navigate. Up, down, left, right, and select. Those are the buttons you'll be using for this program. So, first thing we want to do is check to see if there's any files left behind by RetroArch. If there is, delete them. Just press down. And I have RetroArch backup, which I don't want to delete, but I'll give you an example. So we'll hold select down and we'll mark file. And mark and delete. But I don't want to delete it, so I'm not going to hit the delete button. Turn off marks, and let's go back to browsing. So now that that's done, you're ready to pop in your USB drive. Let's do that now. And it should pop up pretty soon here. And there it goes. Okay, so we're going to hit the over on the left there, internal shared storage. Let's get it, break it down. Let's break this one down to, it's broke down to a small file. Okay. So for the people that have the 2015 and the 2017 Shield, you have an internal hard drive of 500 gigabytes. So you have the room. You don't have to have a USB stick sticking out of your machine. So let's go ahead and copy the files from the USB over to your hard drive. So first off, we'll select our storage where our files are. So we'll go to HyperSpin, hold down, and copy to clipboard. Okay, now we want to send it to our internal shared storage. So you want to make sure that internal shared storage is selected and hold down the select button. And if you look here, paste. Now that's going to take a little while, and I've already done it. So if you look, I have HyperSpin right here. But for the people that have a USB drive, you're all set. You're plugged in. You're ready to go. When I say people that have a USB drive, I mean the 2019 Shield, because it didn't come with an internal hard drive big enough to do this. So you just leave your drive plugged in and do this. And that's what we're going to do. So this is the USB drive, and it's basically just an extension of your hard drive for your Shield. So let's back on out of here. And we need to, let's see, we need to install a remote. So let's go up to settings. Let's go to remote and accessories. And we want to add Bluetooth accessories. So let's go ahead and get our remote, our controller, in pairing mode. So I'm using an Xbox One controller right now. Put it in pairing mode. I'm going to hit add Bluetooth accessories. So it's going to search. And there, it found it. I'm going to select it. It's trying to pair. And I'm going to accept that pair. And we're all set. Our remote is connected. So I'm going to start using my remote. Alright. Okay, so we still have, let's see, we have some more stuff to do in here, not much. So let's hit Explore. And we need to go into, I'm going to act like I don't have it on my hard drive, and we're going to do it from the USB drive, just for the 2019 people. So we're going to go to our storage, which is my USB drive. Then go to HyperSpin. And go to APK. Now, we got 3 files in here. We have to install all 3. I would say HyperSpin first, so let's select that. Install. and just hit done. We're going to go to Dolphin Master, install, and open. Allow. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to. So that's basically all you need to do in here. So we can just back out of here. And now let's go to RetroArch. Install. And open. Have to give it permissions once again. And it makes it a little prettier. Alright, so basically now all you have to do is, well, the controls of this is up, down, left, right to move around. A is to select something and B is to back out. So basically what we got to do here is, this is the hard part of it. The rest of it is actually pretty easy. This is the hard part. Okay. So we need to install all of the emulators. So we go to Online Updater, Core Downloader. And here's where it gets fun because, whew, there's a lot to pick from. So Amstrad. So I do have an Amstrad CPC. So I'm going to go ahead and get both of these. Moving on down the line. We got some MAME. Quite a bit of MAME. So we don't want to come back in here and do this, so let's just get current. Kind of a big one. We can do 2000, Midway, 03, 3 plus, and 210. Alright, so that takes care of MAME. Here's our 2600. I'm just going to grab the 14 and the original. And there's a 7800. We need that one. The Jaguar. We need that. Atari Lynx. Here's another Lynx. Might as well. Wonder Swan Color. This is actually in there too. Let's see. ColecoVision is in there. Commodore is in here, but it's just the Commodore 64 though. So there's a few of those. I'll just grab this one, this one, this one, and this one, just to be safe. And let's see. The Magnavox Odyssey is in there. I think the MSX is in there. Let me see. Yes, MSX. Here's another MSX, so I'll go ahead and take that. And we're going to grab all the PC engines here. Except for that one. I don't know about those. Alright, we're down into Nintendo. So we have Game Boy Color for sure. Let's see, we don't need to grab all those though. Do they got one that does multiple? Let's see. Game Boy and Game Boy Color. I don't know which one to get. I think I'm gonna do what I always do and grab all of them. But anyways, alright. Game Boy Advanced. There's a lot, I think, of those. No, there's really not. And we installed that little program, that Dolphin program, just for this right here. So here is the GameCube / Wii. Definitely want that one. And here's the Nintendo. I think we don't need all of these. We could just grab a couple. And we do have a 64. Nintendo 64. Get all three of those. For the Super Nintendo, it's quite a few, huh? Oh wow, there really is a lot. We could do, I like the SNES 9X, so current. And for a backup, I'm just gonna go with, yeah, okay. So that covers our SNES and Super Famicom too. Virtual Boy, we need that. Trying not to miss anything for you guys. Here's the Dreamcast. And now we're popping over into the Sega territory here. Let's see. There was a good one in here. Yeah, we got to get the one with 32X for sure. Master System, Game Gear. Yeah, Sega CD. That's almost the whole thing right there. It's got Game Gear? Yeah, that's almost everything right there. Alright, well, let's grab a couple more just to be safe. Oh yeah, we need the 1000. SG 1000, so we got to get that one. And here is the Saturn. A couple of those. And the Sharp 68,000. Yep, that's a thing. And the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. And these SNKs, you might as well just, yeah, let's see. I think you got to grab all of them. This one, Pocket. Just to be safe. Okay, now we're Sony PlayStation. Let's see. Oops, went up a little bit there. So PlayStation Portable, we definitely need that one. And we need the original PlayStation. Let's see if I can find, yeah, the hardware version. Alright, so that's the PlayStation 3DO, we need that one. There's a lot in here, but we're getting towards the end here. Alright guys, that should be it. So once you've done that, hit the back button, which is B, hit back again, and now we want to go to Settings, down to the bottom to Directory, and right here, System BIOS. We want to direct this depending on what you're doing. So if you're running the files off of your hard drive, then you would go inside of your hard drive to the BIOS folder. If you're using a USB drive, we have to go through the USB drive to the BIOS folder. I will show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to do the USB drive version. So to select it for your USB drive, go to your USB drive, HyperSpin, emulators, BIOS, and then select use this directory. Hit B to back out, go over to main menu, configuration file, save new configuration, hit your B button, and then you can quit RetroArch. Alright guys, we are pretty much done. Let's go ahead and back out of here. Now let's go to our apps. Towards the bottom here. Here is HyperSpin. And this is all the hype, guys. This is why we did it. You ready? Let's see what we got here. Try not to crank it too loud. And here we go. Give it permissions.
HyperSpin.
It's got great sound effects. Like, everything about this is so set up, so nice. I love it. But you can press down to go through the systems. We're gonna start off with, Nintendo. So Nintendo, Famicom, Family Computer System, the Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced, Virtual Boy, which is like surprisingly fun, by the way, Sega SG-1000, Sega Master System, Sega Saturn, Sega Genesis, Sega CD, Sega 32X, Sega Dreamcast, Sega Game Gear, Amstrad CPC, Atari 2600, Atari 7800, Atari Lynx, Atari Jaguar, ColecoVision, Commodore 64, Vectrex, Odyssey 2, MSX, MSX2, PC Engine, Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, 3DO, Sharp 68000, PlayStation, PlayStation Portable, WonderSwan Color, Sinclair ZX Spectrum, MAME, Neo Geo, and back to Nintendo. So pretty cool. So we're gonna check out some Super Nintendo. Alright, let's try to find a game worth playing here. Let's see. Something quick. Hopefully. Boogerman. That ought to be quick, right? It's bonkers. I thought I clicked Booger Man, but I guess I was wrong. But guys, it works good. I've never even played Bonkers before. Hopefully it just starts. Yep. Oh man, nice. So, never played this, but it's working. Alright guys, pretty cool, huh? I'm really digging this setup. And I mean, how simple is that? So it's all set up. You can keep hitting the B button and then hit A and it'll exit. So now the only thing left to do is find it. Here it is. And add it. Hold down the A button. Let's see. I'm still using my remote. And we're going to move it. Bam. Right there, baby. So there it is. HyperSpin. Alright, side note. This is really important, actually. It'll aggravate the crap out of you if you don't do this. So if you want to exit your game and go back to HyperSpin, instead of doing it some other way, forcing it close, go over to RetroArch, go to Settings, go to Input, then go to I believe it's hotkeys. Then you want to go to Quit Controller Combo. And I just put mine on L2R2 because it's going to be the one that works with the most controllers. But you can set it for any of these. But it normally is none. So you want to change that to one of these that work with your controller. So for me, L2R2 worked real good, but you got to be careful. You'll accidentally be backing out of games. So now that I've got one selected, hit B to go back, hit B to go back, B to go back. And then let's go to main menu and configuration file. Save current configuration. B to go back. Quit RetroArch. Now you can exit your game back to HyperSpin. And you can hit start to skip the intro. Or the A button, I apologize. So you do have to use your controller in here. I don't know, sometimes the remote doesn't want to work in here. Well guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. If you did, like and subscribe. And as always, have a tech day.